Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a place that sounds, well, pretty unique. Pokhara in Nepal.
Mm, it really is something else.
It seems to be this strange mix, doesn't it? A peaceful, beautiful, natural spot, but also this major hub for adventure. How does that work?
It's a fascinating balance.
Mhm.
Pokhara is situated in central Nepal, maybe 200 kilometers or so west of Kathmandu,
Right.
and it's at a decent elevation, around 827 meters. What really comes through from our sources is how its geography allows for both things, real tranquility and serious thrills.
The gateway to the Annapurna circuit description really fits that.
Exactly. That's a very common way people refer to it.
So that's what we're aiming for in this deep dive. Figuring out what makes Pokhara tick based on everything we've looked at. Whether you're dreaming of going or just curious, we want to give you the real insights.
Sounds good. Let's jump in.
Okay, so first off, the thing that just screams out from the sources is the natural beauty. It seems almost legendary.
It really does.
And Fuel Lake seems to be right at the heart of it all. What's so special about this particular lake, according to the material?
Well, Fuel Lake is kind of Pokhara's centerpiece. The sources emphasize how it acts like this amazing natural mirror.
A mirror.
Yeah, reflecting the Annapurna Mountains on clear days. You get these incredible views of peaks like Makaputra, that's Fishtail Mountain Annapurna itself, Dhaulagiri,
Wow.
right there from the water or at the lakeside. It creates this sense of, immense scale right next to the town. You can boat on it, paddleboard.
Or just sit and look, I imagine.
Exactly. Just soak it in.
So it's the closeness of these huge mountains.
Yeah.
Are there specific viewpoints the sources flag for getting the best look, apart from just being by the lake?
Definitely. They mention the World Peace Pagoda. It's this Buddhist stupa,
Yeah.
beautiful in itself. But the location offers these sweeping panoramic views.
Of the lake and the mountains?
Both, yeah.
Ah,
And then
yeah.
there's Sarangkot. That name comes up again and again.
For sunrise, right?
Yeah, the classic Himalayan sunrise spot, yes. Apparently unbeatable. And it's also a major launch site for paragliding, which gives you an idea of the kind of views you get from up there.
Ah, okay. That leads perfectly into Pokhara's other big identity, the adventure capital.
Mm-hmm.
Our sources say the paragliding isn't just okay, it's like top tier globally. Why there?
It seems to be a combination of factors. Really reliable thermals,
Right.
the air currents you need, great takeoff points like Sarangkot we just mentioned,
Okay.
and, that backdrop, floating with Fishtail Mountain and the Annapurnas right next to you,
Yeah.
it's got to be pretty special.
I can only imagine. And it's not just paragliding, is it? Trekking is huge, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pokhara is the starting point for some of the most famous treks in the world. You've got the Annapurna Base Camp Trek, which is a big multi-day one.
Right.
Then there's the Gorapani Poon Hill Trek, super popular for sunrise views as well, maybe a bit shorter. And quieter routes like Marty Himmel are gaining popularity too,
So a lot of hiking boots heading out from Pokhara.
definitely. But there's more too for the adrenaline junkies.
What else did the sources mention?
Lots of stuff. Zip lining, apparently some really long, fast ones across valleys. Ultralight flights for a different kind of aerial view.
Ultralights. Interesting.
Yeah, mountain biking trails too, and even whitewater rafting on rivers nearby. So it caters to, a whole range of adventure levels.
Okay, so you've got all this high energy activity, but then the sources also stress how relaxed Pokhara feels.
It's a contrast, isn't it?
Yeah, they often compare it to Kathmandu, saying Pokhara is cleaner, quieter, more laid back. How does it manage that?
A lot of that seems centered around the lakeside area. That's the main tourist zone. But it's described as having this vibrant but still easygoing vibe.
So not chaotic.
Apparently not. Lots of cafes, restaurants, places to do yoga, little shops and boutiques. Seems like a place you can easily unwind after, say, a long trek or a morning paragliding.
Makes sense. And the food? Anything specific jumping out from the sources?
Oh, yeah. They mentioned trying thakali thali. It's a traditional Nepalese set meal, usually really hearty and delicious. And momos, of course.
Can't go to Nepal without trying momos.
Exactly. Steamed, fried, lots of variations. And fresh trout from the local rivers is often highlighted too. Enjoying Nepalese tea by the lake sounds pretty idyllic as well.
It really does. Okay, practically speaking then, for someone listening who's thinking, maybe I should go, how do you get there? I know there's been a recent change.
Yes, getting there is much easier now. The quickest way is still flying from Kathmandu. It's only about a 30-minute flight.
And the new airport helps.
Big time. The Pokhara International Airport just opened relatively recently, which has really improved accessibility and capacity. But you can still go by road.
How long does that take?
It's a longer trip, maybe 6 to 8 hours from Kathmandu, but it's meant to be quite scenic, so it's another option depending on your time and preference.
So it sounds incredibly versatile. Summing it up, who is Pokhara really for, based on what we've found?
Well, it seems to hit a lot of different notes. Obviously, nature lovers are going to adore it,
Clearly.
and anyone into trekking or adventure sports, it's a paradise for them. But also spiritual seekers, people into yoga and meditation. That peaceful side really appeals.
Okay.
Sources also mentioned it being great for couples, romantic getaways, and even for solo travelers looking for beauty and maybe some introspections. Quite a broad appeal.
It really is this fascinating blend, then, isn't it? That serene beauty of the lake and mountains side by side with all the thrilling adventure. Plus, that relaxed feel.
Mm.
It makes you wonder what part of that mix most captures your imagination. Is it the peace, the adrenaline, or that balance itself?
It's quite something how one place manages to cater to such different desires, isn't it? From meditating by Fuel Lake one moment to, launching off a hillside the next. It really invites you to think about how peace and challenge can coexist. A truly rich experience awaits, it seems.